Hey everyone, I'm Taj from the Cars Garage. Today I'll be reading my little sister Tessa a car story. Tessa, are you as excited as I am?
I'm so excited!
What story are we reading today?
Deputy Mater!
You're right, Deputy Mater. Let's jump in and see what Mater and his pals are up to today. Disney Pixar Cars, Deputy Mater. The morning air in Radiator Springs felt wonderful as Sally looked out from her motel. She hoped for another busy day of customers. Suddenly, a noisy blur of green and blue whizzed by. It was Boost and Wingo, followed by DJ playing loud, thumpy music. "Slow down," Sally called out to them. "You are disrupting the solitude of the town." But the speeding pranksters were long gone. Sally quietly rolled over to Flo's V8 Cafe for some breakfast when she saw Fillmore talking with Sheriff. Fillmore was asking for an official definition of what the blinking yellow light meant. Sheriff admitted that the light had been blinking for so long he had forgotten why it was even there. "Good morning, fellas," said Sally. "Where is the rest of Radiator Springs this morning?" "I think we're the first ones awake, Sally," replied Sheriff. He enjoyed getting up early and beating the crowd to Flo's. Sally decided to tell Sheriff about the speeders. "Those cars move through here so fast, it wakes the tractors and stirs up dust everywhere," she pointed out. "One time, they even drove right over Red's flower bed." "I know, Sally," said Sheriff, "but I'm having a hard time keeping up with them. They don't exactly observe the speed limit after all." Then Fillmore had a thought. "Why don't we get you some help, man?" he suggested. "You could deputize some citizens and they can assist you." "What a terrific idea!" exclaimed Sally. "But who should we ask?" Just then, a friendly voice whistled out down Main Street. My, you are looking pretty as ever, Miss Sally." It was Mater, and there was something different about him this morning. "Hi there, Mater. What did you do with your door? It's painted white," exclaimed Sally. "Oh, shoot. I was asking Remote if he could help cover my rustiest spot, and he had the wrong color paint in the sprayer thing. But I don't mind." "You just gave me an idea, Mater," said Sally as she looked at Mater's white door. "How do you feel about law enforcement?" "Well, it's okay, I guess," Mater replied, "as long as the law don't mind being enforced." "Enforced, Mater. I'm talking about you helping out Sheriff and all of us. I'm talking about you doing your part to keep the peace in Radiator Springs." As everyone gathered around, Sally explained how Mater could be Sheriff's head deputy and keep a watch over Main Street, and Mater could decide who would be on his team. "Can I ask Sarge and Miss Lizzie?" Mater inquired. "You can ask anyone you want," promised Sally. "Then in that case, I want to ask you too, Miss Sally." That afternoon, in the Radiator Springs courthouse, Sheriff proclaimed Mater an honorary Radiator Springs deputy as Doc witnessed the event. Then Mater read his list of recruits. He chose Sarge, Lizzie, Sally, and Lightning McQueen to help him. Following the ceremony, the new members headed over single file to Ramon's body shop for their deputy paint jobs. Ramon gave everyone an official Radiator Springs shield symbol for their doors to let folks know they were deputies. Flo had brought oil for Mater's team so they would be ready for duty. Afterwards, the crew headed to their posts. Lightning kept an eye on the intersection with the blinking yellow light. Sally looked after all the local businesses. Lizzie listened for anything unusual happening on the streets. And Sarge used his long-range binoculars to monitor the interstate from Main Street. Everything seemed under control. Then Lizzie heard something in the distance. "Heads up, deputies!" she cried out. "Incoming!" shouted Sarge. "The noise is getting louder," observed Lightning. And then with the most confident stride, Mater rolled right into the middle of Main Street and parked himself just as a familiar, noisy blur came to a halt inches away. "Hello, pranksters, we meet again," said Mater quietly. Facing him were Boost, Wingo, DJ, and Snotrod, all huffing and puffing from racing so fast. Mater continued, "We're pleased you like our town, but would you please respect our rules? The speed limit here is much lower than you're going, and it's getting mighty hard for us to enjoy the peace and quiet around here." Mater finished and looked sternly at the swift scoundrels. Then Wingo spoke. "We saw a sign that said 66, sir, and we thought we were going the right speed," he explained. Mater listened politely to the explanation, and then gestured to the blinking yellow light hanging over the intersection. "What's that for?" asked DJ. "No one is for certain," said Mater, "so I'm deciding here and now to make it the slow down light. When you see it, you just remember to keep it cool on the accelerator, and everything will be all right. You got that?" The pranksters all nodded. They agreed they could go fast on the interstate, but they would go slower when they reached the town. "I bet you guys could use some oil," said Flo, as she passed around some fresh cans. "Anyone who likes Radiator Springs as much as we all do deserves a homemade treat. Go ahead, it's on the house." So all the cars, from Mater's new deputies to the slowest cars in town to the rushing visitors, all settled down and took time to enjoy Radiator Springs and the beautiful day. The end. That story was so cool. Tessa, did you like it?
Yeah!
All this reading is making me hungry. What do you say we race to the kitchen and grab some snacks?
Yeah!
Thanks everyone for joining us today. See you next time.
Bye!